Groot. Welcome to Morocco World News booth at GITEX. Could you just give us a quick brief about Kaspersky?
Of course,
yourself.
Of course. So my name is Tim de Groot. I'm the general manager for Kaspersky. I work a very long time at Kaspersky for almost 15 years. Kaspersky is a great company and it's a really old company. It started 25 years ago, 26 years ago with our founder Eugene Kaspersky finding a virus, and from there he built the company further out.
Now let's talk about the Kaspersky in GITEX Africa. So now Africa wants to, GITEX wants to turn Africa into a tech hub. So they want to do away with the paperwork. They want to centralize all the systems, streamline services. I'm sure that these endeavors come with vulnerabilities. So can you just give us a brief about what setbacks are we talking about here?
Yeah, I think the trends what we are seeing in Africa is there's a lot of focus from cyber criminals towards Africa. We see a growing trend in malware and attacks happening in Africa. So last year we've seen a 14% increase of malware attacks in Africa, and we've seen approximately 118 million attacks happening in Africa. So the focus is getting there and it's getting bigger. And this means also protection. And what I see in Africa happening in a very quick pace, the skill sets need to be scaled up. So more and more advanced cybersecurity products and services need to be implemented to protect against those attacks.
1 million is a huge number. So are we talking about specific industries or random stuff?
It's random. So traditionally we see a lot of attacks happening in government institutes, but also enterprises. The threat landscape is really wide and ferocious, and depending on which attacker group is focusing on, it can be different.
Are they getting more sophisticated by the time?
The cyber criminals are really sophisticated. So what we see, it's starting to be much more like an organized crime. So it's not just some student which was in the past like a script kiddie. Let's take a company down or take a government down or do some things for fun. It's really organized. So you really have like an organization. Sometimes you also have people on the telephone that can call, like a help desk. There are like attackers that do the attack, but there's also scouts to get the information. So it's really organized.
So let's double down on these techniques. I wanted to give us a quick general overview about these ransomware phishing.
Mm-hmm.
How dangerous are they?
It's really dangerous, especially for let's say governments, but also for companies. The problem is it can cripple your organization for a very long time, and often the cyber criminals want money, and a lot of the companies also pay this ransomware, which is costing a lot of money. And often when you look at the cost of what you need to pay, but the investments you need to do to protect yourselves, there's a really big offset. So the investment to protect yourselves is not so much compared to the ransom you need to pay.
So we mentioned earlier that AI is developing the cyber attacks. So what techniques do you believe these cyber criminals, let's call them cyber criminals, are using to upscale their attacks, to make them more lethal and less detectable by cybersecurity software, for example, Kaspersky?
Yeah, so in the past we were getting emails and everybody saw this is a phishing mail, and because of the trend of AI, ChatGPT, emails and designs and translations are almost flawless. So this is a big step and upscale. It's sometimes really hard to see if something is a phishing mail or not. There are some tricks what we do. So we are also offering companies a way where you can train your staff to recognize these cyber attacks or these phishing attempts. What we also see is AI in terms of video, in terms of deepfakes. So we've seen attacks where you've been called into a Teams meeting into a boardroom, and then you see your manager and all the other managers in the boardroom saying you need to transfer, let's say, 100 million to this account, and it looks really genuine. So there are really advanced techniques to persuade people in doing something which they should not have been doing.
So AI for attacks. Now let's talk about AI to defend. So what kind of techniques do, for example, Kaspersky use to guard the companies they serve against these high sophisticated AI attacks?
It's a really good question, and Kaspersky has had this challenge for quite some time. And many years ago, I think around 10 to 15 years ago, we spotted the problem where malware is getting more complicated and more fast. So in the beginning, when we started the company, we've seen a couple of attacks per day or per year, and today we're at like 500,000 attacks per day. This is not being done manually, so we've seen a way where we automate this analysis. And what we've also done is we've looked at, instead of in the past where we looked at samples, so we had various definitions and you sent updates to the machines to protect you again. We now looked at much more into the systems and looked at behavior. So it's much more behavior analysis, and this is all being led by AI to protect, let's say, the users.
I'm sure all these techniques would require highly trained individuals, the top tier talents in AI, cybersecurity, etc. Do you have a vision about building local talents that would serve Kaspersky in the long term in Morocco and in Africa?
Yeah, so we have a team already in Morocco and in Africa. So we are present in several countries already in Africa, and this is expanding. So we have also researchers. We have technical staff able to help and facilitate customers and partners and anybody that wants to get the help from Kaspersky.
And do you think AI will dominate cybersecurity in the future?
I don't think so. I think AI is a tool. So eventually down the road, everything needs to be done by a person. You can't just depend on artificial intelligence as the sole basis. So sometimes and every time it needs to be controlled by the humans to understand what's going on and make the right decisions. So there needs to be audits about the systems.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim. So for more content like this, please visit Morocco World News with social media channels for interviews, insiders with tech tycoons. Visit our social media channels, Instagram, TikTok, and follow us on moroccoworldnews.ma to get more analysis and deep dive into these hot topics. See you soon.